Welcome everyone to Widows Wednesday.
Yay!
Hi Veronica.
Hello.
This is my Veronica Fox. I say my Veronica Fox. This is so cute. My soup. Yeah, and we had a little giggle a few minutes ago. We said that we feel like we're on the morning show.
Yeah.
Because we have our coffee.
Here you go.
So that's fun. But yes, okay girls. Oh my gosh. You will never believe what happened. So last week, do you remember, we talked to you about going to a self-defense class. Right, Veronica?
Yes, we did.
It was crazy. We went last night.
Yes, we did.
And yeah, so I thought, oh my gosh, she originally said, oh, Susie, yeah, it's going to be on Tuesdays and blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking, oh man, I can't do it on Tuesdays because I have my crew here and it's a Bible study. So I said, oh, I can't do it. So she calls me yesterday. You called me yesterday. Oh, guess what? It's on Mondays. I made a mistake.
Yeah. Can you come? Last night.
Oh, no. But let me tell you what, girls. Oh, my. Veronica, what did you think of it?
I liked it. And the part that I liked is because it's 90% preventative. And so
yes,
there is a physical element to it, and they're going to teach you the physical side. But what they really want you to learn is that prevent yourself from being in these situations. Mm-hmm. These situations lead the most to being dangerous. And so be aware of your surroundings.
Yes. Avoid certain circumstances that, for example, okay, so let me just back up a second. What we went to is, it's called RAD, this crazy camera thing. Yeah, it's called RAD, and you can actually, this program is across the country.
Yes.
All you need to do is, you probably could go online and find it, RAD, or you could call your local police department, and they do offer a self-defense class as well. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, so they were talking about avoidance, use your head, girls. Yeah. You know what? If you go to an elevator and you open up it opens and there's just one man in there, don't go in.
Yeah, and especially trust your instincts. It's like if you feel uncomfortable, I feel like, those are God-given instincts.
Yes.
And so trust your instinct. That man makes me uncomfortable. I feel afraid around him. I'm going to avoid him. And if he's going into the elevator and I'm going to the elevator, just be the two of us, I'm going to go back to my car and I'm going to wait for the next elevator. Why not?
Could be a problem. You know?
Avoid those situations. Trust yourself.
Exactly. Okay, so here's us, right, girls? I thought, and they went around the room and they said, they asked everybody, why did you come tonight? Why do you want to do this class? And you know what went through my mind was, I want to empower widows because we are, I find, very vulnerable, especially in the beginning, because we're so consumed, and so just it's falling in on us, our grief, and we're not really paying any attention to what's around us. But I can tell you, they are watching you.
That's right.
I got home last night from that. It was dark. It was like 10:30. I don't have street lights on my street where I am. So when I got out of my car, I was like, finding myself feeling very like, okay, checking my surroundings to get into my house. I don't know about you, but I felt there, even though we book study the first night, but I felt like, I can do this, I can do this. But we go through, it's a total of 6 classes, and they are like 3 hours each.
Yeah. I
mean, they're long, but I really feel this is good, and I feel like women, widows, women all around, obviously, really need to take it seriously and do something good for you. And funny is that, I was telling you about this. What are they doing today?
Yeah. Everybody has their head down.
You're in your phone.
Look at phone. Not aware of anything that's happening around them. And he said, they said they did that study where they saw women jogging through the park.
Yes.
And they had headphones. They said headphones without any awareness of the surroundings. And guess what, people came right up behind them and went like this and touched their hair, and they didn't even know it. That's how close a stranger was to them.
Grab your hair
and touch their hair, and they didn't even know it. They had no sense of anyone in there, how close people were to them and how vulnerable they were. And so they're saying, just be aware of your surroundings. You're walking, and you have no idea that someone's right up behind you.
Right there.
You didn't hear them. They said they want you to listen. They want you to listen and be aware. And fear, it's not about fear at all. It's just about preventative things, being conscious of what's happening.
Well, something that they mentioned last night, and you girls, those of us who have children, they mentioned that, okay, if you saw someone grab your child, what wouldn't you do to take care of that guy?
Yeah, you'd be a ferocious
You
bear.
would be
You'd be like tearing their
insane.
limbs off and being absolutely insane.
And I'm like, yeah, of course you would.
Of course you would.
But she says, so they were saying, the officers were saying, well, this is how you need to think about you. There is no reason that any man should come up to you and, I call them space invaders if they're too close.
That's right. That's right.
But nobody should be that close unless you want them that close.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Unless you're talking
They
with
should
them.
be in your personal space.
In your circle.
And you should feel comfortable. And so if you don't feel comfortable, say, do what they're going to teach us what we're supposed to do. Like,
they're going to
back
teach
up.
us. They're going to teach us, girls, FYI, and they already told us, to take our hand and shove their nose into their brain.
Well, that's how they said it. That's how they said it.
Watch out.
I don't know about that. And
She did. She said, okay, you're going to take your hand and shove that guy's nose into his brain.
Yeah, that's what she said. And that's the thing.
Did.
They said you'd be ferocious about protecting your child. Would you be as ferocious about protecting yourself? Because you're the caregiver for your child and for your family, and you need to be physically and mentally strong. And so if you've been attacked, if you've been hurt somehow, mentally it's taking you away from your children and your family and your husband. So they said they don't want that to happen to you. They want you to be strong, and part of it, they said 90% of it's preventative.
Right. And okay, what I just love, God, oh, my Jesus. Hey, I forgot my glasses.
Oh,
I need
you use mine. we go back and forth.
Go through. They got schmutz all over them. Really?
Oh, yeah. That's my hair gel.
Okay. Oh my gosh, God's word. Veronica, check it out, girls. Now, I love this one. Hosea 4:6.
Yeah.
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Yeah.
My people are destroyed for girls, we're part of his people.
Yeah. And this is knowledge. And the thing is that even the first night, we learned so much. We learned so much about don't walk around with your head down all the time. And that's, like you said, something that widows do.
Sometimes they said if you don't have anything, you have your key.
That's right.
I know somebody that happened to, and they poked a guy in the eye.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, have your keys handy. Don't walk around. And then here we are, right? We leave the place, right? We leave the police station, the place where we were, and as we drive out, now it's 10, quarter to 10 or whatever, late. Here's a woman, remember?
Yeah, we just talked.
Walking by herself with 2 grocery bags.
And they were heavy. So she was heavy, she was vulnerable, and I was thinking, we were
like, is she crazy? Now that we've just seen that, you know, we were like, we want to tell her, no, don't do it, don't do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh.
And so they said, avoid those kind of things.
Yeah,
do something differently. Don't put yourself in those kind of situations because predators are looking for people who are alone and vulnerable and not being able to defend themselves.
Speaking of that, check out 1 Peter 5:8. Okay, be sober-minded. Okay, that's something we ran into last night too. Are they crazy?
Yeah, a lot of it had to do with women being drunk in bars.
Yeah, and they're putting junk in their drinks and then dancing with them, and then they know when the time is gonna run out.
Yeah.
And that person's going to drop.
Yeah.
And so they're like, oh, she's had too much to drink. I'll take her home.
That's
Blah,
right.
blah, blah.
Yeah.
And you're done, girls.
And they're watching you.
Yep.
She said the predator is watching you. And so you have to be really careful. You have to be mindful. You have to be sober-minded.
God's word, okay?
Yeah.
Right. It says also, be watchful. Your adversary, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion, seeking... You can't tell me these creepolas aren't like the devil and don't have the devil in them, for Pete's sake, doing stuff like that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But, oh my Jesus. I love this one. Why don't you read this last one, Veronica? I love it. I'm like, Lord, is this a good thing for us to do? Oh
yes.
Yeah. Check
Psalm
it out.
144:1 of David, blessed up be the Lord, my rock, who trains my hands for war and my fingers for battle. Yes. Yes.
Amen. They're going to train up. They take, or whatever with your 2 fingers. Yeah, so I'm like, oh my Jesus, this is awesome. So girls, we wanted to do this video today because we started doing it, and we'll probably tell you a little bit more as we go. This week, then we're going to do the pads and the real...
Yeah, we're going to learn, and it's going to be based on our ability, too, because they said the person that invented this RAD program, he invented it so his mother, who was 52, could be able to do this. So it's not just based on your physical...
Well, I'm 54, I can do this.
Yeah.
Hey, there was a lady, what was she, in her late, almost 70 or something, 73 or whatever, last night, and a teenager.
So it's for everyone. It's not just
everybody.
For young or for old. It's for everyone, and it's based on your ability. So some of these programs are designed, they've done it for people. They've had someone who was blind in that place.
Yeah,
They had women that were deaf. And they adjust it. And then they also have training for women or people that are in wheelchairs or people that are in walkers.
It's just the first few seconds. That's all you have, girls. And you need to make a very quick decision.
Fight or flight. That's
fight or flight. And so I just want to encourage widows because I know where you are in your head. You know, you're not about you. You're about just all that's happened and your husband, blah, blah, blah. I get it. But honestly, we need to be about us. We've got to take care. And we've got to be alert.
And we're vulnerable now that our husbands aren't home. I mean, when my husband's home, I'd say, what's that noise? Go see what that is.
Go.
And now I'm like, oh no, I have to go see what that noise is myself.
I know. My husband, one time, we heard something, and my husband was so cute. He had a bat behind the door, and we were watching the house with somebody, and he heard it. I heard it. So he took the bat and, he was like, anybody who's going to get their head knocked off, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay.
So now God's going to protect us, though, because he says he encamps angels round about us. So we got to remember that, too. And
I'm not going to live in fear. I don't want to come home and be like, oh my gosh, I can't leave my house. I got to look at my door. Blah, blah, blah. No. It's not about fear. It's about empowerment.
That's right, because God does protect us.
Yes.
He is our protection. And especially for the widows and the orphan.
Yes.
He really is our protection. But also the verses said you have to be sober-minded. You have to be watchful. Right.
You got to be smart, girls. We're going to be smart. I want you to do it. Check it out. Call the police or check out RAD online.
Yeah.
And, what a fun episode we had today.
Yes,
Thank you so much for joining us, everyone.
Yes.
And, we'll keep you informed.
Yeah. We're going to protect ourselves.
Like and subscribe, ladies, and share if you know of any widows who could use a boost.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Veronica.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.